And we're good. Yay. It is not. We are believers. See, if I spell it wrong, then YouTube will have a problem with it. You gotta think around the edge. We're good on YouTube. We're good on Twitch. Ready. Yeah, things are thinking. There we go. Okay, there we go. Yes. The things are thinking. What is the volume at right now? We're doing good. Great. Yay. We are doing great. Oh, I like the background. Oh, speaking of, wait, hold on. I gotta go find, where did I put this? Oh, you're not the only one. Oh God, yeah, we just finished watching Theodore Rex for some reason. I knew it was bad. But God, that was awful. You know what? Bam, right there. That was horrendous. That movie was bad. Let me take my hat off. Yeah. There we go, much better. God, that CGI rocket. I'm still stuck on the fucking dudes who just bust on the car all of a sudden. I'm stuck on a lot of things on that movie. That movie was garbage. Like, I feel like after stream we need to watch a good movie. Like, I won't recover until I've watched something better afterwards. Fuck it, we're watching 12 Angry Men afterwards. Because good lord, was that awful! But you know it's not awful? Today's a day where the music gets to live. The music lives. I'm tiny. The music lives forever. Because we're playing some Master Duel. Let's get to it. If I could remember where buttons are. There they are. Click! Alrighty, before we get to some dueling, we got some Duel Live to get to. Considering The Thing or Big Trouble, I believe Remy's seen either of them. I've actually not seen Big Trouble in Little China. I've obviously seen The Thing though. Alright, we've got a Super Quant player. They've got Zayton, Dark Magician Girl, Double White Lair, and Lair 19, Sudden Incursion, Super Quantum Black. So they're probably playing the Dark Magician stuff in here as like a supplement. Yes, they are. Alright, see how it goes. Going up against Draco Tail, we've got Ketu, we grab Lucius. There's 5 mana. Alrighty, Arthalion, Lucius proc, Argular proc. Rahu's on the board, Flame is on the board. They're probably Rahu right now. Probably put what's his face in the hand. Oh no, because they already normal summoned. Would they no wait, yeah, they would probably put Malulu, the Labubu. Use 5 rocks and 5 mana. The bananas are still bananaing. Oh yeah, well, we've made an executive decision. We're watching 12 Angry Men after stream because, good lord, that movie, it's cursed. There's Horn. Alright, standard Draco Tail board so far. Oh god, ah! I'm already hydrating! Alright, special summon red, hit with the quick play. Quick play gets negated. They can use Zayton, right? Yeah, there goes Zayton. Tribute, send away that, whatever that is. We put the other little dude on the board. We're gonna shuffle those back, and we're going to destroy little dude. Little dude gets destroyed. Those are nice and banished. We return that. Get a draw out of that. Going to White Lair. White Lair sends away Red Lair. Red Lair procs, targeting little dude. Okay, little dude's back on the board. White Lair sends green. Green now special... No, not special summon. Get a draw. Get Brilliant Fusion. We might need that. May have to wait depending on time. Oh no. She's got dinned. Alright, we do have Brilliant Fusion. They're gonna flame. Can they do anything else? We can take those two. 1, 2. Verte. Verte works. They're gonna find mana. Oh god, they just find mana. Arthalion, bounce Verte back. Yep. Oh, they're just gonna use Malulu to stop it instead. Makes sense. I thought that would have just bounced it back. But no, we will return Lucius to hand instead. And Ash Blossom. But we go into D-Mod, tributing Verte with Dark Magician Girl in order to bring out D-Mod. Branded Fusion, taking Arthalion, sending the Twink. Out comes Mirror Jade. We're gonna Rahu with a whole bunch. Out comes another Arthalion. And then there goes D-Mod. Boop. Boop. Brilliant Fusion, no! They broke it. Put it back. And yeah, that's lethal. Once again, I should just play some Skullgirls on stream one day, just fucking about. Alrighty, let's talk about Dual Triangle. It's good old Dual Triangle. You got Fusion, Synchro, and Link this time. I think the last one had Xyz. I've been playing Synchro. I've been using Centurion up to this point, and I now have Rose Dragons nice and done. So I've been using Rose Dragons. I quite like Rose Dragons a lot. They are very fun, and it's a relatively cheap deck too, which is also quite nice. The only URs that are non-generic being the continuous spell, Black Rose Garden, and then of course the actual Bramble Rose Dragon. We want 2 of those, and then, you know, 1 OG. But the rest of this could be just like a bunch of a lot of these are just like generically useful synchro monsters, which is pretty nice. And the things that aren't generically useful are really cheap, so you don't really mind it. So that's very fun. Now you might be asking here, why the fuck do I have Chaos Allure Queen in here? Well, it's because the regular version of this deck, I got the deck list from Light Dragon, and Light Dragon was playing the Kashtira cards, using the Kashtiras as 7s to get access to 10s early, mostly for Baron protection, which is quite nice, considering all of our tuners are 3s. 3s or 4s, in the case of Circular and Ramarin. So, instead of doing that, because I can't use the Kashtiras, yeah, they're just, nope. No Kashtiras for me. Unless I, like, want to use Scareclaw Kashtira, which, I guess theoretically I could use that. I could also do Pure Cash. Generally speaking, the Kashtira, the main guys, not these two goobers, are, like, useful as, like, generically, generic cards, so it makes, I love this song. It makes perfect sense why, I heard 1 note. Is that bad? I heard literally 1 fucking note, and Brain was immediately like, yep, Sonic CD. Scorch Quadrant, baby! But yeah, since I can't use the Kashtiras that I would want to use, we instead have Chaos Allure Queen. So Chaos Allure Queen can be the free 7 that I need to get to Baron early, which is quite nice. Other than that, we've got some Imperms, we've got some red reboots, because I've already run into Man a couple of times, and we gotta fight the Man. So, you know, we got some red reboots in there. Honestly, I'm considering taking out some of the Allure dances. Like, I feel like I don't need that many, because there's not much else I'm searching with them. I literally just want the Chaos Allure Queens, just as freebies. And I don't need that many of them, but we'll play it and see how it goes. Alright, we're going second. I've actually not practiced this deck going second. Like, I get the general idea of what to do, but my thought process for, like, what to do going second isn't as, like, solidified as going first. Going first, I feel like I'm comfortable enough with this, but I might not have to worry about it. We've got Fumalos, and we've got 2 Red Rose and Twilight in our hand. I fucking love this card's artwork, by the way. This shit goes so hard. Do we want to Droll, or do we want to Fua? We want to Droll. Yeah, no, we're gonna Droll. Because now that they've added that, that is Droll bait. We're gonna hold on to the Fualos, and just not gonna draw from it. We're just gonna hit them with the Droll, and hope that stops whatever they plan on doing. Stock a Tomborg. I'm just gonna turn this off, because literally nothing else I do this turn will matter. I don't just want to waste Fualos in hand, because it is useful as discard fodder. There's quite a lot of discarding in this deck, so. Going into Vulcan Buster. Alright, we're going up against RB, Rivelbots. I'm fighting myself. Alright, they're gonna take a peek at my hand now. And they're gonna special summon Twilight. We have another one, so that's why I like playing too. I know a lot of people like playing one-ofs for stuff, but oh god, do I hate playing one-ofs. I unless it's like a certain one-of that I'm like comfortable with, man, I don't like having just one. See, one thing I like about this deck a lot is that it's kind of like freeform jazz when you start like comboing off, which is pretty fun. All right, into Shepherd. All right, we're setting an RB trap. They know I have double Rose and Fuelos, so. I would like one of my other Rose Dragons in my hand right now. That would be pretty nice. What does this do? Special summon an RB monster from deck, extra deck, or grave with a different name than the cards you control. You cannot special summons except machines. If your opponent, I was reading that. If your opponent targets an RB monster you control, banish this card from grave, negate it. All right, you can only use it once per turn. Wait, was that once per turn? One effect per turn and only once that turn. Okay. So they went into the O-Lion. O-Lion, make a token, make RB. We're ending on Brute Blues. He's the main guy of the RB archetype here, so let's see what we do here. RB, also a relatively cheap deck. You don't need multiple copies of their like big guys, so that's pretty nice. And they're just gonna surrender. All right, you know what? We take those. What the fuck was that? Alrighty, I'm going to do myself a favor. It is not the hottest in my room, but it's also not great. I'm going to turn on my fan and hope it's not loud enough. It's going to be a little audible. I can't stop that. Yeah, that's a bit audible. But I'm louder. Take that, fan. Yeah, sorry. All right, let's get into another duel and see if we can actually do something. Oh god, no! Ow! I already have water! Hi, Nibiru! I don't need more, I've got enough! There's no such thing as enough water. Bro is fucking Team Aqua. Hello? Okay. Team Space Rock. You know, I added the Nibiru animation. He hasn't used it a single time. He asked me to do it, and I did it. He has not thrown a single rock at me. I've been busy drowning you. Alrighty, we've got Red Rose, Witch, Black Garden, and Red Reboot. This is all pretty good. We're gonna activate Black Rose. Alright, nothing happened here. We're gonna add, I think we want to add a Rocks Rose. Yeah, we want to add a Rocks Rose so we can add white. Troll! That's not great. Yeah, so we can still do this. We can Rocks Rose, we can summon Vengeful. There we go. Alright, listen, it's not ideal. Okay, so we can't add to hand, so we gotta think about this. So, if, we can't do that. The taxes are not gonna be enough. We can discard and special from deck, so I think we still want to go into Circle, so we're gonna go into Circle here. Circle is pretty handy. Yeah, because that'll let Vengeful activate, and we can discard something. Oh no! Bye, Nibiru! I would like to keep the Ghost Bell, but I probably... Yeah, you know, we'll get rid of the Red Reboot. I think I want to keep the Ghost Bell. Yeah, we'll special summon Twilight. We'll proc Twilight. Twilight will bring back Rose, or Vengeful. More Cloud Metal songs, always goated. We're gonna target her. We're gonna lower her level so we can go into Rage. There we go. We still gotta be careful because we can't add to hand. But luckily, a lot of what I do is milling to Grave. So let's see. We could send Circular. We could send OG Bramble, and I think we want to send Bramble and... what else? Let's send Bramble, and let's send... send to Grave by card effect. We could send another if we send Ramarin, so we're going to do that. And then using Ramarin, we can send, say, Glow Up Bulb as an example. So let's do that. So now Glow Up Bulb is an option. We're going to use Bramble first. Because I would like Ramarin on the board. There's a couple of things we can go into now that Ramarin's on board. I'm thinking Chaos Angel for protection here. And then we'll use... yeah, there we go. We don't want to do that. Now we'll use Glow Up Bulb, and we'll turn Circle of the Fairies into an 8. Or not turn him into an 8, but you know what I mean. We'll go into a Synchro 8. Yeah, and we'll go into big old Crystal Wing. Let's do that. Alrighty, so we've got Monster Protection. We have a Monster Effect Negate. We were made with a Light and a Dark because we did send we used Ramarin, thankfully. We've got Rage in the Grave ready to come on out, which is pretty nice. Up against Heroes. So they're all plants, which is not going to be the worst thing for them. We do have Ghost Bells, so we can at least stop a Revive, which is probably going to happen at least once here. Alright, there's Stratos. Stratos on the board, adding a hero. Do we want to stop that? I think we do. And now something was destroyed, so Rage can come out of the grave. There we go. I love this deck. This deck is so fun. Alright, we've got Fusion Destiny. But thankfully, we have some protection, because Rage gives us destruction protection. And of course, Chaos Angel also de facto gives us destruction protection if a monster is doing it. Hi, Army! Yes, Rose Dragons! Alright, Malicious has hit the board, and they're just gonna call end right there. Well, we have plenty of power right now. We are not too afraid. We could Black Rose again, just to get another dragon. We could grab a White Dragon this time, summon Red Rose using White Dragon. I want him to. Yeah, you know, go ahead. I don't really need to stop this. He's going to destroy Malicious and Black Rose Garden. But yeah, it just does that. Not that I mind, so now we'll just swing. I'm not going to put Rage in attack mode. I'm just going to swing because this is Hero, and if there's one thing Hero is good at, it's getting big number. So we don't want to incur their wrath and potentially end up like turbo dying. Because they outpower Rage. So we'll just call it there. End. Yep, looks like that's it. Alright, cool. But yeah, this deck has been sick as hell so far. I fucking love this. Probably helps that I'm just a Synchro lover at heart. God, I love Synchro monsters. Goddamn, more Cloud Meadow. Shuffle is going crazy. Shuffle is down bad. Alright, we got the Ultimate Slayer. It's 19 there. Oh no, this is like a full-on thing. Alright, so 4,000 for max rewards. 26 for all the gems. Noted. But yeah, we're running Rose Dragons here. Yeah, I like this deck. This deck is very fun. All very neat. I'm trying to think. Surprisingly, the Allure Queens have not popped up yet. Which is like a good thing. But, you know, we'll live. Fuck it. Yeah, yeah, I think I'll just leave it as is. Yeah, alright, let's keep going. I should, like, color my hair red just for this stream. I should try and color my hair like more often, but the problem with the way the hair is on my model, it's not white by default, it's blue. So if I try and color it anything else, it'll like look funny. All right, we've got Droll and Fua in hand again. Okay, yeah, we definitely we're gonna get at least one from this. I think that's the play here. We want to hit one Fua draw. Okay, never mind. We're just gonna Droll whenever they get their get. We need another monster, though. White Rose is not combo. Not fully. We need at least one more. We need a friend. There's Kagari. Gonna try and add Hornet Drones back. I'm going to say no. We do have Lightning Storm, so this will be pretty handy during the next turn. Alright, there goes Mobilize. Mobilize Engage. They're grabbing Widow Anchor out of that. Well, hopefully they don't want to grab anything else. Orcus Harp Horror! What is this, toss format? What the fuck? There's Galatea. Harp Horror proc. There's Gearsu. Alright, this just became a lot more challenging. Okay, so the good news is we don't have to put up with the rank 8 guy. The bad news is we still probably have to contend with Orcus Crescendo. Yeah, this is tricky now. Oh, they already had Babel in hand. Goddamn. Yeah, we might just have to rip the Lightning Storm on the back row here. We want Crescendo gone. If we get a monster and we can at least get rid of Crescendo, we might be able to do something here. There's Ellen Gearsu. Harp Horror is back in hand. Another face down. That's not great either. Vengeful Witch is actually a pretty good draw. We now have a monster that mentions Black Rose Dragon in our hand along with White Rose. So we're going to destroy all the back row, or force them to use Crescendo here. Yeah, alright. Good news, that's all done with. Bad news, they still have... Yeah, we can't White Rose, but bad news is, of course, they still have the Grippy Grabby hand. And he can just do that too. Yeah, we were kind of stuck in between a rock and a hard place there. No buenas. Let's see. They got 62. They need, like, what, one more guy? And then that'll be it? We're missing just a little bit. There's the wand, and then they special summon the lady. The lady has hit the board. You need like 1,000, like 1,000 more attack. These guys have pretty low attack on average. I'm kind of surprised. I always forget about that with Orcus. Like, power is not exactly their strong suit. Moral sword. Well, that works, I suppose. Bonk. Bonk. Oh no! Oh well. Boop. More tails! More tails than a furry convention. Red Rose, White Rose, Black Garden, Imperm, and Red Reboot. This is a pretty nice hand. There goes Rebellion. 50 cards, probably branded. Got ice in my mouth, hold on. There we go. See, the beer is always telling me to stay hydrated. I'm already hydrated. I'm so hydrated, my next hydration's already ready. Alrighty, so we're going up against Bystials, which, not gonna lie, is like not the best thing to go up against with this deck. This might be a little annoying, but that's all they have. Depending on how many Bystials they have, this is either gonna be awful or fine, and there's not gonna really be any middle ground. There goes Fuelos, which is not ideal, but if we kill them this turn, then it won't matter. There's always that. So we'll start off with Black Rose Garden. We will add Rox Rose. We already have all of the other roses in our hand, thankfully. How do we want to go about this? I think we want a Rox Rose for White Rose? Yeah. Or White Rose for Rox Rose. Brain. There we go. Then we Rox Rose. And then what do we want in our hand? We want Vengeful Witch. Let's go in the circle. that'll trigger Vengeful Witch. We'll discard Imperm. We don't need that. We have Red Reboot in hand. They can start doing stuff with their Bestials now. A lot of our tuners, a lot of our monsters are dark, honestly, which might be it's kind of funny considering these are like, you know, plants. Dark plants is not normal. Plants don't grow in the dark. They grow in the light. We will... We got the man, the myth, the legend. Bring out Twilight Rose. We'll try and revive. Now would be a good time for them to Bestial. Let's see if they do. If they don't. Now would also be a good time to rock. We have another normal summon, so it's not the end of the world if they rock, but now would be a good time to rock. Predator Plants would like to know your location. No! Soon, whenever their new support comes out in Master Duel. There's Rage. We'll proc one more time. Get the Mills. If not, we still have another normal summon, because that's one of the advantages of Circle of the Fairies. He gets you extra normal summons. We send Bramble, and we'll send... I like sending Romarin, because Romarin gets an additional send when she's sent. But also, she's a tuner in the grave, so that helps. And then what do we want to send? We can send... Garden Rose, which gets us additional stuff. We could send Cyclos. We can send Glow Up Bulb. There's a lot we can send. This is like a really versatile open like deck, which is pretty neat. I think we're gonna send Glow Up Bulb. We're gonna proc Glow Up Bulb first. I would like to get what's his face on board. Alright, we milled Basil. Yeah, this one. That one! I forgot his name. Alright, we got Crystal Wing on board. Alrighty. We're gonna Bramble. If they stop this, that's not great, but it's also not the end of the world. They're not stopping it. Okay, well, here comes Romarin. Go straight into Chaos. Light and Darkness protection included. It's kind of letting us go off. I'm kind of concerned. Alright. Oh, I forgot to get in my additional normal summon. While Circle was on board. I'm a potato. Yeah, he doesn't, like, give you it immediately. Alright. There is a non-zero chance that they have more Bestials in hand. We're gonna hit Crystal here and see if it stops. Looks like that was good enough. Yeah, I fumbled that one quite badly, and we still managed to take it out. Rose Dragons are pretty neat. I'm curious, what was their deck list? Like, what else could have been in their hand? Did they just, like, all draw, like... I guess they couldn't... I guess they just didn't draw any other hand traps or any other interaction. That's unfortunate. Damn. Alright, let's keep going. Oh god, we're going up against Player. Damn, Player really likes Duelist Cup. Alright, we've got Droll, Imperm, Red Reboot. Dude, these cards keep fucking popping up in my hands. Black Rose and Red Rose in hand is also pretty nice. Alrighty, let's see what happens. Tier Lament. This is going to be annoying. There goes Fusion Deployment. Choosing Kaleido Heart, summoning Rhino Heart. They're gonna send to the grave. We're gonna stop the targeted send of Rhino Heart and hope that the generic Mill 3 from Scream is not good enough. Not the worst! Not great, though. They have Grief. We have Red Reboot, so I'm not worried about the trap. There goes Havness. The Havness and Havness, of course, because I don't now proc Havness. Out comes Skit Kalos. Send, which one is that? Tearlament's Kashtira, I think is that one. Yeah. Alright, Tier Cash was sent. Oh god, it's my fucking nemesis, Fairy Tale Snow. There goes a mill 5, there goes another mill. They're playing a low deck count too. They're not like going full kitchen sink. There's some of the branded friends, alright, so it's branded Tearlament. There's Meta Noise. Oh, that's like the only thing that I could possibly roll here. Like, they don't really add to hand too much. They're gonna get another one here. Once again, we have Red Reboot, so I'm not worried about any of the back row. Bad news is now, of course, they have Branded Fusion, so... There goes Albion. Albion, there goes Lubellion. Lubellion, out comes, what's his face? Mirror Jade. Centrific Karma from hand. Does that do anything in the grave? Yes. Alright, we gotta deal with the Mirror Jade, which is not going to be easy with this hand. Out comes Lubellion. What would you set? Lost. Okay. Lost in a trap. Lost in another trap. Damn, I wish I was playing Centurion right now. Blazar goes hard against Branded. We got another Droll, which is not ideal. Not the card I would have liked seeing. We're gonna have to Black Rose here and hope for the best. Yeah, we want White Rose. They are now all plants, so we will normal summon White Rose. White Rose will activate its effects to get Red Rose. There goes their Scream. They got a lady out of that, which is not great, but here is Red Rose. Here is Rukalos. There goes Branded Lost. We obviously can't go full combo. What do I want to do here? Do I just want to blow up? Nah, he's just going to proc this effect immediately. It's like it's not going to be an option. Oh no! Game. Thank you. And they're gonna snow? Really? God, I hate Tearlament. Hey, Totodile! How am I doing? Well, my head was semi-exploding, but then, for whatever reason, me, Remy, and Fox decided to watch Theodore Rex. That movie was fucking garbage. So, you know, could be worse. Also, now Snow is about to flip my Rose face down because this card is a fucking supervillain and I hate it. Granted, I wouldn't have been able to do much else for this turn anyway. You know, don't worry about it. Hi, Rick Candy! You know, it looks like the Duel would have been a bit more helpful than I thought, but again, not much I would have been able to do here, unfortunately. Because sadly, only fusion monsters can do stuff with their monsters face down. There's Aluber, the Boober of Duber. Liking the time-lapse videos, yay! You know, what the fuck is Despian Tragedy? It's like a... Just looks like a bondage chair. Like, actually, like, those are the shackles, that's the seat, that's the back, that's the... It's a bondage chair. Confirmed. You know what? At least they're all plants now. Now you're all ficuses. How do you like that? Oh no! Boop. Boop. Do you know the Shark XYZ deck? Yes. It is pretty neat. It's hard to pilot though. It's not the easiest thing to use. Alright, we got an Imperm. We have a Lore Dance. And Triple Tactics talent. This is not ideal, but not awful. Might be able to do stuff here. There goes Dark Magician. Out comes Dark Magician Girl. Look at Shining Stark. I know this is just going to go directly into D-Mod, but I think stopping this is a good idea. Yeah, Shark Xyz special summoned a bunch of water level 4s and sometimes other levels, but usually level 4s in order to do a bunch of Xyz stuff. Looks like that was a good idea, stopping the Dark Magician Girl. Alrighty. We do Twilight. Not ideal, but not awful. It does mention Black Rose Dragon. We're going to start with the Lore Dance so we can add, yeah, Queen. I like Frozen Rose, but I think... Droll. That's not great. So you know what? I'm just gonna borrow her for a moment. Let's see. You're a tuner. You're also a tuner. This is a mill for cost and not a mill for effects. Not like it really matters in this particular instance. I can't use Frozen Rose right now because I'm drolled, which is not great. So we'll just summon Red Rose here. And how many will we have? We will have just Dark, which is not good enough. You know what? Let's just go into Baron. Okay, I have an idea. This is going to be silly, but I have an idea. This lets us special summon. That's adding the hand. But he is another tuner, though, which is more important. Yeah, you know what? It's a tuner and it's a bit more damage. I don't have any 9s I can go into because we don't usually end on 6. So this is not lethal, not at all. We'll attack, we'll attack, we'll attack. We'll go main phase 2, and we're popping Dark Magician Girl, so they don't get it back. And then we'll place down Frozen Rose. We will probably use it next turn. Getting rid of Rox Rose in order for a draw 2 for Hand Trap. Let's see. What do we want to hand? Vengeful is very handy. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. It was a get a thing, and then later on. Yeah, okay. I remember when T-set position end turn was scary. Honestly, that wasn't really that scary back in the day. There was a lot of removal. Diabell Star. I still don't know what that face down is. They have not procced it. They could proc it, but they haven't yet. We're going to get rid of her. Because I don't want them to have monsters on board. I don't want them to go into D-Mod and then go into, Dragoon. Yeah. Alright, back to it. Alrighty, what do we got? Can I win a coin flip? No. I have that synchro. Baron? I would hope so. It is one of the best synchro monsters ever. It is very good. Alright, what do we got in hand? We've got double Imperm. Allure Dance. We got Rose in hand and Rox Rose, or Twilight and Rox Rose in hand. Millennium! Oh, this is gonna be funky, because they do all their effects from back row rather than, We might have to just hold on to our Imperms until Exodia is summoned. You don't win coin flips, so if you don't go first, you lose nowadays. That is grossly incorrect to such a disproportionate degree that I can't even begin to explain why it's wrong. Because most people are really bad at analyzing game states. Like, that is very much an exaggeration of how Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. That is just straight up not true. Like, it's just not. Alright, so the good news is they only get one negate. It's a negate on a spell trap, so if he tries to use his effect again, we can still Imperm again. Yeah, we want to wait until he actually, like, uses that before we do that. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I always mention this, but, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a game where it is the density... Oh, perfect. The density of actions happens a lot more... and basically, the same amount happens in, like, one Yu-Gi-Oh! Turn that takes, like, 4 turns in another card game. So, you have to, like, plan that out as you're actively playing through your combo in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? It is not just an autopilot kind of thing in that regard. Yeah, we're going to activate Chaos Lore Queen, we're going to send Twilight one more time, and we're going to plan so nice, we will do it twice. Alright, bam, bam. We will add a Rose card now. His spell trap negate is gone, so... if they don't stop this, then we're in a better position than we used to be. Okay, cool. I don't want to use that just yet. I would like to go into Baron first, because I don't know what that back row is, and I would like to get rid of it. The good news is their life points are low enough where I'm in a safe position if I just get rid of... Okay, perfect. Alright, so we use the Omni on that, and then I would just use regular Destruction on Exodia and get rid of him, and then his life points are still in a good position now, unfortunately, because I'm... So we're going to activate, we're going to add to hand. We already normal summoned. It's not ideal, but we'll grab Right Rose for next turn. We should be able to survive one more turn right now, absolutely. So yeah, and we will pop Exodia here. Oh no, wait, we can't because of the fucking shield. I'm a potato. I am ultra mega potato mode. See, reading is important. This is not ideal. Them being plants doesn't help, but it doesn't hurt, which is the important part here. Granted, if they blow that up, they take some damage here, and that will help because it means I will probably survive. They would need a lot more monsters on board, which they might have. I don't have my Omni Negate anymore, so let's see how this plays out. They're going to immediately proc the Exod. The Fires of Rage, there that goes. That will proc Black Rose Garden. We can add Rox Rose to hand because something was destroyed. They're going to proc Obliterate. They're going to make Exodia strong. He's going to have piercing damage now. But yeah, we're just gonna hit him with a bit of damage here. Not as much as I would have liked. They're going to lose some more because that's Exodia's cost. But yeah, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is fast. But, like, the same happens quicker in Yu-Gi-Oh! Than it does in other card games. So, you have to, like, think about that as you're... Okay, they just put that in defense position. That lets me know that they probably don't have great stuff at all. They can't kill me this turn based on what they just did. They're going to go into Wedju. That face down is either another quick play or another Exod for the destruction. It might be the continuous one that lets them recycle, but I'm thinking it's Exod. Another board wipe. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is dense, is the word I would use. It's dense. So accounting for game actions has to be done in like a dense fashion, right? You're not thinking out like, say, 10 turns as you would in, say, a Pokemon match. No, you're thinking that over a much quicker pace, which requires a different mindset as you're playing through this. But more importantly, yeah, going second is not impossible. There's a lot that make you go second. There's a lot of equalizers. There's a lot of board breakers. A lot of engines have inbuilt tools nowadays to actually, you know, go along with going second, because yeah, going second is generally not great in Yu-Gi-Oh, but unlike something like Pokemon where it really does just depend on the kind of deck you're using, that thing is a lot less decided in Yu-Gi-Oh. Most decks want to go first, but that doesn't mean, you know, it's the end of the world if they can't. There's Exod. Yeah, I would say that, like, Pokemon definitely has, like, the most balanced regard in that factor when it comes to going first or going second. I have the Allure Queen, but I don't think I want to use it. I think I want to White Rose and then summon Rox from hand. There we go. We can add a card to hand. If they blow this up, they'd be in a better position. They are not. Alright, so... Okay, funky idea. We're gonna add that to hand. What does that stop? Yeah, I have to, like, reread some stuff here. So let's see, I cannot negate that. And that replaces the Millennium cards. Do I want to go into Black Rose and pop the board? I might. It'll just get rid of the back row, which I think is pretty important. I think I just actually just want to nuke the board. It's not going to nuke everything, but I don't care to. I just want to nuke as much as I can. And that lets us get the White Rose send. There goes Exod, so he's going to counter-destroy, essentially, which I'm fine with. Because that means we can use Black Rose Garden. Well, we can't, because Exodia is still on the board. But, we'll live. Alright, what to send? Circular's not a bad idea. No, we want to send Ramarin, because Ramarin will let us send, yeah, there we go. Ramarin will let us send, something else. Yeah. Alright, now, the question, what to send? I think... What can we go into? We have 8s. We can go into an 8, actually. We can go into Draco Berserker if we summon Chaos Allure Queen, which I think I just might want to do. I could also do Garden... Yeah, actually, wait a minute. Yeah, let's do Garden Rose Maiden, because if we do Garden Rose Maiden, we can activate Black Rose Garden here. Alrighty, so now they're empty. Alright, so now, Garden Rose. Bring them back. Bam. Something is proccing in their hand. Looks like a surrender. But yeah, I'm curious. Let's take a look at my match history. Let's see, we started right here, right? So let's see, I think I already forget, like, which ones these were. I think I went second that time. I think I went... I literally don't even remember, and it literally just happened. Like, I just... You know, you just go. Like, that's a big thing. Just play the game. Like, literally just play the game, and then you will just instinctively just get better and learn to just stop being annoyed by, like, little shit. Because, like, yeah, you're gonna have to learn how to play it out when you go second anyways. Like, just play! Like, I have lost, like, what? Almost every coin flip. I think I literally won one coin flip today. They're making me go first. Alright, so that lets me know this is a going second deck of some kind. It might actually just straight up be Skull Servants. Let's see. Let's see the deck count here. Oh, that's a big deck count. Yeah, it might be Skull Servants. Alrighty, Skull Servants. No, wait, no, it's not. It's 37? It looked bigger than 37. Huh. Alrighty, they've got Fuelos proccing. Alrighty. We've got Red Rose, Single Rumble, Imperm, Fuelos, and not much else. I think our best course of action here... God, what do we want to do? I need another monster. I don't have another monster to be able to use Red Rose. They made me go first, which lets me know they're probably a going second deck, so I think what I'm going to do is set Imperm and Red Reboot and hope that's enough to stop their turn. I'm also going to place Synchro Rumble in the back row, in case it does get destroyed, and we do survive. It will give us protection for our Synchro monsters later. Yeah, but they made me go first, and I don't have a great hand for it, unfortunately. They're going MST, they MST the Imperm right smack dab. Are they on Radiant Typhoon, or do they just have the MSTs? And their hand must not be any better than mine, I guess. What do we get here? Nibiru. That's not helping. But what might help is, okay, so we know their hand is bad. We're going to set Fuelos face down. If they don't do anything, again, then we might be able to just normal summon Red Rose and then start comboing from there. If they do, then that's unfortunate. Let's see. A face down. Sky Striker mobilize linkage. Yeah, I think this is Radiant Typhoon. I'm pretty sure this is a Radiant Sky Striker. Or it might just straight up be Sky Striker. They might just be playing the MSTs just for negation. Which is weird that they made me go second, or made me go first if that's the case. Sky Striker typically just wants to go first. Which is what made me think that this is a, like, I don't know. So far we've seen an MST, we've seen Forbidden Droplet, and we've seen Quick Plays. Alright, battle. Sadly, Fuelos is not going to remain on the board, so we got to hope for the best here for our summon. There goes this 0. There goes Kagari. We're going to be taking some damage here. It is still the battle phase. They can target a spell and add it to hand. Probably, yeah, the mobilize. Engage! Bam! Main 2. Engage one more time. They have enough to be able to get some draws now. It's starting to get hot in my room. I have my AC on, but it's just on like fan mode right now. I don't want it full force blowing in our eardrums because, yeah, it is like a good 3 feet basically away from my mic. So no matter what, it's going to get picked up. Alright, they got the field spell of the airspace, area 0 procking. They revealed engage, typhoon. Oh, it is mixed with radiant typhoon. That's right. Alrighty. Mobilize, engage. There goes the special maneuvers. This is going to be really hard to work around, unfortunately. There goes chant. There goes Eldam. Wait, if they summon more... If they summon more, we just might be able to rock here. There goes Swen. Swen is in hand. MST is engraved. They can special summon Swen, but will they? They're gonna link. We're gonna turn that off really quick. They're going into Zeke. I'm gonna wait until they summon Swen. They're gonna send the airspace to the grave. That lets them special summon a Sky Striker. There's Ray. There's Swen. Alright. Rock. This will not completely stifle their board. They will still be able to go into a Link monster. They have enough in hand to be able to do so. Bam. Bam. Not gonna lie, Glow Up Bulb would be funny. I won't be able to use it because I only have 112, but it would be funny. Alright, they're thrusting. What are they thrusting for? That is the question. Couple of targets here. A lot of good ones. They're probably all playing all spells, so Red Reboot is not going to be useful in this matchup, sadly. Duster. Alright, straight for Duster. Alright, so we're losing Synchro Rumble then. Yeah, there goes Red Reboot, Synchro Rumble. They now know I'm definitely on Synchro, because why else would I be playing that? Bum, One face down. They're probably gonna put more. They're gonna vision, draw 2, discard 1, hope for a better hand here. No, they're grabbing MST. Alright. Alright, so they've got an MST. They got an MST, and I think that other one is Lemon's Gate. I think that's what it is. Lemony lemon. Allure Dance, not great because I need to discard something in order to use that, but the Red Rose is also not helping here. Not a great draw, unfortunately. We're in a bit of a rock and hard place situation here. Wham! Goodbye, Allure Dance. Yeah, we'll just have to normal summon Rose and hope for the best. Although Lemon's Gate would be able to pop both of my monsters, I'm pretty sure. I think that's how it works. I always forget how that card works. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Yeah, we have to call it there. Where the fuck is it? I'm blind. Chant, engage. There it is. Yeah. They're lemons! Equal to the Sky Tracker monsters and spells engrave. Yeah, so they could use that to just pop my board. They definitely have enough. But they just face down. So, I don't think they have recursion right now. We do circular, which I don't want to normal summon him just yet. I would like to be able to actually use his effects to get more plants in rotation. So we'll just attack. Okay, there it goes. They're going to return a card on field to hand. One, two, three. That'll let them return all of these back to hand. Is that a return or is it a destroy? Return. Alright, so they're going back to my hand. Alright. Not ideal, but now they have some board real estate. We're going to set Rocks Rose. I think we want to keep Circular. Oh, well, I could have normal summoned Circular here, actually. That might have been a oopsie. Couldn't think of it. They did just bounce stuff back to my hand. I should have just normal summoned Circular. I'm a potato. That would have been like literally an opportune moment to do so, because they wouldn't have had anything else on board to be able to interact with me. Alrighty, double hand trap on the board. That's never a good sign. The Irish. There's Camellia. They're probably just gonna pop rocks. Or pop red. That's not rocks. Yeah, rocks is pink. I like the Rose Dragons. They're very funny looking. Look at them. You know, if they end up summoning so much that I end up hitting them with another fucking rock, that would be very funny. They do have Ace Ray, so I need to be careful with what's in the extra monster zone. Battle. Oh, wait, that might pan out well. That might pan out really well. Hold on. Bonk. We might be cooking here. We're gonna link into the water one? No, we're going into Kagari. We want to recycle. Grabbing Mobilize Engage. Ah! My butt hurts. I need like a cover for my bed, or not like a cover, but like a. I need two things. I need like a better underboard too. All right, they're still on 3, but they have good stuff in hand, but not really interruption. There's the water one. There's Shizuku. If they summon one more time, we might be fine. 1, 2, 3. That's a lot. No bueno. We get an ad. So we probably got to deal with MST, but I'm not sure what the rest of those could be is the problem. There could be a couple of things. I'm not sure why they're holding off. Basil is pretty good. It's normal circular. Pack circular. Discard the rock. Widow Anchor. Damn, they had it. Well, there goes a big old monkey wrench in my plans. Do I want to set that? I think I do. There goes mobilizing or linkage. They're linking it. Yeah, A0 is getting big now. Tribute, bring out the girls. Ray and Rose, they get a pop. There goes Red Rose. They should be able to kill me this turn. Yeah, I should have normal summoned Circular earlier. That would have been a much better thing to do, unfortunately. I fumbled that pretty hard. Alright, good news. They destroyed that. So, it procs now. Also, hold on. Like, my butt actually hurts. I'm going to do two things. We're gonna hit this real quick, and yeah, we're gonna adjust myself a little bit here. There we go. All right, better. All right, Kagari adding linkage back to hand. Basil Rose is letting us get Rox Rose back on board. Sadly, it's the end phase, so I can't do anything. If they quite literally played their cards right, they should be able to kill me this turn. I think if they cycle through enough of their extra deck monsters, they should be able to just kill me. There goes Rhoda. There goes Ray. Ace Zero's back. There goes Engage. Yeah, it should just be cooked this turn. Another Widow Anchor. They probably don't even need it, but they got it. Yoink. No, my funny plant dragon. Put him back. Alright, they're swinging. Are they just gonna crash my two monsters into each other? Probably. Yeah, I was about to say get rid of them both, and then you can start swinging, and then you can start using your stuff to cycle through your extra deck in order to kill me this turn. Yep. It's not always good to dwell on what ifs, but like if I had just normal circular during that previous turn when all they had was the face down, I would have been in a much better position. Not sure if I still would have won or lost, but I would have definitely been in a better position because they didn't have any more interaction. But you know, always important to think things through. All right, give me a quick moment. I shall get myself some more water and remain hydrated, but also use the bathroom because I am too hydrated. The funkiest uncle with the sickest beats. Bam. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta adjust this. Now that I am sitting differently. Get down. There we go. Alright. Alright, want the coin flip? See how it goes. Alrighty, we've got Allure Dance, Lightning Storm, White Rose, Ghost Bell. They hit me with a Perulia. We will actually Ash Blossom that because we're not going to be able to do much here. We're probably going to have to Allure Dance in order to get Queen on board. Oh no, wait, that's not even gonna work because I have to pitch a light or a dark for that. Yeah. Well, you are still a tuner. I would have liked to keep the Ghost Bell, but listen, if it works, you know. Do I want to stop that? No. I think I'll just have to live with that. So we no summon Ghost Spell, we go into Baron, and we hope and pray. We'll at least get rid of the Magma Hut. And now we hope for the best here. Magma Hut gets the search. We're grabbing Heart of the Blue Eyes. Alright, so we're going up against Millennium again. We've got a Baron. Depending on what's in their hand, we might be fine or fucked. With zero middle ground here. Alright, they're adding Ankh. There goes the Ankh. It's also in the grave, so I need to be careful when I summon monsters. They're letting it rip! Okay, so that's probably a good sign for me. We're gonna stop it immediately then. Yep. Yay! Okay, hold on. I'm going to... The music has been quite loud in my ears. Or maybe it's just because of my headache. Like, the music might just be louder than normal. I'm just going to lower that a touch. Yeah, it's still fine on the thing. Alright, cool. How many gems do I have? Normally I check the dailies. I didn't even bother checking the dailies. Spell, Virtual Single, Xyz, Normals. Yeah, we've done all those. And we've gotten the name. Yeah, we're in Synchro Overdrive now. I don't know if I'm going to do the other ones or not. I'm not too sure. Get some gems there. We're at 600. Alright, cool. Might have forgot to turn it down a bit after last night. No, so like, I always make sure it's at a specific volume number. And I made sure to improve it on stream from last time, so it sounds the same to me, but louder to stream. So I just lowered it from what I usually have it on, is all. Wait, what the hell is that guy's name? Look, he's like taking a nap. I can't move far enough aside. Hold on. No, you need to see his name. Come back! You fucker! Hold on, wait. Look! Look at his name! He's taking a nap! Ah, that's great. Alright, cool. Alright, anyway, let's play Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, we'll add normal summon White Rose with Rox Rose. Rox Rose gets the search. Very nice. We add Witch. Go into Circle. Wish activate. We'll discard. Probably don't need both Black Roses or the Gardens. Special summon. The Knight. Knight activate. Bring back Vengeful Witch. Knight effect. Targeting Witch. Decrease her level. Go into Rage. Rage proc. We'll send over Bramble, and once again, I like sending Ramarin. Ramarin gets an additional send. Glow Bulb will be neat. I like Glow Bulb. Let's have Glow Bulb send something here. That's nice. Alright, so we have options. Bam. As always, I really like going into Chaos. I'm guessing they're not going to rock me right now, so that's why we're doing this right now. Bam. Neat. I could do that right now, couldn't I? Alright, funky idea. The idea is funky, but we're doing it. We are the Funk Masters. Whee! Yeah. Now let's get this Pater. We'll send Circular. That lets us grab Synchro Rumble. And Synchro Rumble lets us do a lot. Bam. What to discard? Do I want the Droll or the Ash Blossom more? I think I want the Droll more. Yeah. Bah, 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 bah. Yeah. Ah! Those meanies! What is with all the Millennium? Damn, I'm kind of wishing I could have the Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom would have worked a bit better here than that. Oh, now's as good a time as any to droll them. Is Millennium one of the loader decks for the event? Is that what's going on? Is that why I'm running into it so much? Hold on, I gotta double check now. No, it's not. I'm just actually running into a ton of Millennium right now. What the hell? We got Red Rose out of that. Honestly, we already got Circular. We've got Red Rose. We could just blow up. My main goal. Thanks. Alright. We will probably still explode, though. Just keep that in mind. We're going to use the Omni here. He's still going to have a ton of attack power, and we're not going to be able to stop that yet. Unless he ends up losing, like, a ton, but literally all he has to do to win right now is just punch. Also, he gains more, like, life points. You know, actually, since we already use our Omni, there's a couple of things we could do. If we go into Rage, it will be just a little bit more insulation. Actually, yeah, we'll do this. Hopefully he doesn't have that one quick play that gives him piercing. If he does, then oh boy, am I cooked. Alright, there goes Sengenjin. He still has a Millennium Ankh in hand, so he's not going to lose life points for summoning these. Heart of Gaia. Yeah, what does that thing do? Yeah, nah, he's just got enough dudes on board. Yeah, I just died now. Damn. That is weird, though. Why am I running into so many Millennium? Bonk. Bonk. Yep, there he goes. Oh no! Let's keep going. We have like what, 600 right now? 600 and some change. Yeah, let's do enough for like a pack pull. I think we need to just basically get like the raw 300 from this, and that'll be it. All right. Ba 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 ba. This is not going firsthand at all. I literally, this does nothing. Uh-oh. Weather painters. This is a weird one. Well, we do have lightning storm. Will I survive this turn? Huh. I saw Jade lurking. So if I remember correctly, they basically get to use the effect of the spells or traps that are in subsequent columns that they have. There's Rainbow Mommy. That's a special summon, that's a battle. That's where you win. Battle. I'm alive. I think I'm just fine this turn. Yeah, we're good. Alright. Lightning Storm, good here. And we can at least summon something here. I think they can get like another summon in, but I don't think any of these other things are negates, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, wait, they have one. If they banish Rainbow. Alright, they're choosing not to. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I literally just saw them do that. I'm a potato. It's fine. We'll lure. We will not allure. This will create problems. I'm probably cooked now. I can place Ghost Bell face down and hope for the best here. Ah! Okay, there we go. Weather paint. It's been a while since I've seen weather painters. Meow. Yeah, I think they'll just have enough dudes to be able to just punch me this turn. Unless they summon, like, way more and I'm able to Nibiru here. But I don't think they are. Also, they still have Rainbow Mommy to be able to stop that, so... There's another one. I'm pretty sure they're just going to be able to, like, Rainbow Mommy here and not die. Although, do they get more power? If not, then I think I might be fine. Because we have Ghost Spell with the 18. Damn, they had Thunder. Yeah, so I'm probably cooked. Well, that's not very nice. Ow. There's Chaos Lore Queen, ironically enough. Yep, and then they come back. Boop, boop. Boop. And boop. Neat. Woo! Curse you, weather! Bum 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 bum. Doo 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 doo. Oh no! Let's see, how many more? We need 1, 2. So about 5 wins will get us the gems. Alrighty. It's a car. Bum 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 bum. Alrighty, we've got Imperm, Red Reboot, Rocks Rose, Witch, and Chaos in hand. One face down, 2 face downs. Reboot is about to go crazy. If this is man and I just have Reboot, this is gonna be silly. Alrighty, what do we want to do? That is the question. I think we're gonna hit Chaos. We're gonna toss... we're gonna toss Twilight. Summon Chaos. Draco Tail! I see. Well, I have bad news for you. Eternal Soul. Alright, so they're on Dark Magician Draco Tail. Which means the rest of what they have is definitely not going to be enough to stop me. Hand Trap? Hand Trap. Ash Blossom. That's fine. Rocks Rose doesn't get to add his friends, but we still have Chaos, we still have Rocks Rose, and we have other ways to add our friends. Because we have Witch! too high. I think we want to go into circle first. Yeah. So we can get rage and we can get other stuff. Discard the Imperm. Special summon Twilight Knight. Bring back the Witch. Make her a 6. Alrighty. Send Bramble. Send Ramarin. Ramarin sends one more. I have to go, bye, Candy! We send Glow Up Bulb. We Bramble. I think we just bring out another 3 here. That would be Chaos. Is that not enough damage? That's not. Do I win more on Yu-Gi-Oh! Or TCG Live? It is roughly equal. I think my win rate is like... Last time I checked, it was something like 59%. That sounds correct in my brain. Hold on, I'll check right now, actually. Let's see, let's grab a calculator. Yeah. You don't have an exact win-loss ratio. You gotta just have to like look at your stats and then look at how many duels you've had and how many wins you've had. Was there not like an overall one? Yeah, no, so just standard here. So standard is like, you know, ranked, right? So yeah, that is doop 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 doop. So let's see. Oh look, it's gone up. I'm at about a 60-ish, like 60 and some change. Yeah, this is total duels across like everything. So that's like also events. The way I take it is you look right here. Because this is like, standard is ranked, so, you know. Oh, and yeah, here you can see how many, the amount of times I've won in a row, the maximum amount of times is 16. There you go. Yeah, here you can see festival duels and festival wins. Yeah, here's PvP, here's solo. Not too many casuals. Here's Duelist Cup, which is like super ranked, basically. WCS duels. Yeah. I've not done any rating duels, surprisingly. There's Dice Rally, there's damage, there's, you know, summons and all that. I wish they would just have, like, a straight-up total wins, total loss, but they kind of don't, which is weird. But yeah, I'm at a roughly 60-ish% win rate. Which lines up with about all the other competitive games I play. That checks out. Is that on TCG Live? I wouldn't be surprised if TCG Live has like some way of checking it, but I'm almost certain you can't just straight up check it on TCG Live. Of course this music pops up. You're being silly, Shuffle! Stop it! Hold on, let's see. Oh, no, wait. TCG Live does have a... Yeah, you can see your wins and losses in TCG Live. You know what? Hold on. Let's go check it out. Oh, no, wait. It's still in maintenance, isn't it? Or they're about to go into maintenance, something like that. Bah, 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 bah. Oh yeah, no, it's somewhere in here. Let's see. Bow, 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 bow. Let's see. Where would I check that? My profile. Yeah, profile stats. There you go. Duh, of course. Yeah, so the raw number from the calculation that I did, my win-loss ratio in Master Duel was 1.6. Here, it's 1.4. Which, again, that about lines up with the normal amount of games I play. So, you know, any number higher than 1 is, you know, positive. Any number that starts going below 1s are negatives, so. Yeah. Also, I completely forgot I changed my outfit recently. I forgot I'm wearing this because I've been using the Clefairy deck. But yeah, I have about a 1.4 win-loss ratio here. So yeah, you know, make of that what you will. When am I entering Yu-Gi-Oh! Worlds? That costs money that I don't have. If I were to go to anything, I'd probably want to go to like a fighting game tournament of some kind. Probably a Skullgirls one. Like, I think whenever Tampa Never Sleeps doesn't have the Skullgirls tournament, I probably, like, that would be neat to go to at least one day. Alright, we have Black Rose Garden. I hope this doesn't get interrupted. If not, then we're in the clear. Okay, we might just be fucking lit here. Let's go. Yeah, add Rocks Rose. Rocks Rose adds something else. We now have a Rose on board, so we're good. We have the other two Goobers in our hand. We don't even need anything else in that regard. We can add Red Rose, because we can normal summon them later using Circle. Yeah. Bye, Rare Candy! So let's see, that was 1, 2, this is 3. We're gonna discard... I would like to keep the Rose in hand. We're gonna discard Twilight, because we really don't need him in hand. They're getting a proc. Let's special summon the other Twilight from deck. Bring out Rose Lady. Turn her into a 6. There goes Rage. Alright, Rage. We're sending Bramble. We're sending Ramarin. What is proccing right now? Probably a Bestial is my best guess. Send Glow Up Bulb. I actually want him, like, now. Yep, it was Bestial. What are they gonna target? Probably Ramarin? What did they just target? Rocks Rose. I'm fine with that. I don't really care about that. We sent Droll. That's fine. No, you do not get a search. Alright, out comes Chaos. We'll just get rid of that while he's there. And we'll end on, yeah, Chaos and Crystal here. There's other things I could go into. I feel the need to stress that, but I don't know. I tend to play lower to the ground, generally. And go more protective than I do with, like, more stuff. There's definitely other stuff I could be doing here. Lightning Storm. We're gonna lose our back row, sadly. But that also means Witch comes out. Unfortunately, because none of the monsters are plants anymore, she only protects herself. They're getting a Fua, but that doesn't matter. She's summoning herself from grave, not from deck or extra deck. Heart of Blue Eyes. Go ahead. There's Millennium. There's Exodia Incarnate. Battle. He's going to be sad in a moment. What is it? Hold on, I just... Why do we keep running into Millennium? This is like the 5th Millennium player we've run into. What the fuck is going on today? Bonk. Yeah, good old Chaos Angel. Nothing beats a little bit of chaos. I'm holding on to the negate so he doesn't place the trap down, because placing the trap down would suck. There we go. Red, reboot. Yeah, I think we're in the clear. We don't need to summon anymore, so we'll just get into swinging. I don't think we need all of these in attack, but you know what? I'm a believer. No. Wham! I love Crystal. Mission complete indeed. We get another 50 there. Alright, 2 more, we get another 50, and I think that extra 250 will be just enough, so we just need to win. And then, like, 1 more duel, assuming we win. That's nice theme. Stuff is on sale. I don't have money. Alright, we open the full suite of roses along with Imperm and Chaos. More fucking Millennium! Dude, what the fuck? What is going on today? Alrighty, so I can't negate Millennium Ankh. They're currently placing... They just got the Ankheman Honkin. We're placing the leg on the board in order to grab a dude. It's literally been like 7 Millennium players. Like, what the fuck is this? There's the Ankh. Alright, they have low life points, so Exodia's not gonna have that much attack, thankfully. A face down? Why the face down? What the heck? And, wait, what the heck? Hello? Oh wait, does the leg not make them be able to use the Ankh because it can't be shuffled while, that's great. Well, this is gonna be funny. Yeah, I think they just dicked themselves. I think that's literally exactly what happened. I'm pretty sure they put the leg trying to get the search, and that stops them from being able to do it. Oh wow, we're on 948, so I need like a fucking, if I get another win here, that'd be great. Or if I get like a smidgen of extra crystals from the daily, that would also, or from the daily duels count, that would also be good. Alrighty, we open Rocks Rose, Chaos, Allure Dance, Black Rose Garden, and Rocks Rose, Rose, and Ramarin, and Queen, and Dance. We're probably gonna dance first, for Ash bait. Hopefully it doesn't get drolled. That's my biggest nightmare while using this. Fubulos, not ideal, but will live. We're going to Allure Dance. Alright, did not get ashed. They're probably not gonna droll. So, because we're good in that regard, we're gonna use Black Rose and get White Rose. Normal summon the White Rose here. Letting us bring out Rock Rose from hand. I wish Ramarin was not in my hand. I don't remember if I can actually send her while she's in my hand or not. Something they have is proccing. It's probably the Droll. They're probably thinking real hard on whether they want to hit Droll or not. Droll doesn't hurt this deck too much because most of what we do goes, gets set to grave and does stuff that way. Okay, we can discard Ramarin here. They get another Fua. They're going to be getting a lot of draws out of this, but I think we'll be fine. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to suck it out. 1, 2, we're going to hit it here. Bring Witch back. Although I didn't have to. I could have brought out Ramarin, actually. Decrease White Rose. Go into Rage. Rage proc, send. White Rose proc, send some more. Send Circular. Ramarin's already in there, so what we can do instead, we can send a Bramble. And we can just, yeah, send Glow Bulb. Send Glow Bulb. We sent a Red Rose with that. Let's go into... I know Crystal has like, you know, protection and stuff. I like sending him in face down usually. I prefer setting him in face down. It makes me feel better. It makes me feel more, in my heart of hearts, like stuff is going to explode less if I do that. We could climb. If we climb, we can bring him back with Synchro Rumble, so let's do that. Boom, bum, 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 bum. They are drawing a lot. Are they gonna Ash this? I wouldn't be surprised if they did. If they do, that sucks, but we can keep going. They're thinking about it. Thinking out loud. Alrighty, they're gonna hit it. No Synchro Rumble, that's unfortunate, but we can still do stuff. Do I want to special summon Romarin? I think I want to special summon Romarin and, what do I want to do here? Actually, no. No, wait, yes. Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, hold on. And then we hit this, and then... Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, yeah, that's right. That needs a Dragon Tuner. I'm a potato. It's okay. Because we can still get to it this way, because we can go into Chaos. We now have Light and Dark Protection. And now we can use Crimson Dragon, targeting Chaos Angel, in order to bring out this Pater. And there we go. And yeah, we'll just stop there for now. They're going to be shuffling back a lot here. Now, with that many cards in hand, I wouldn't be surprised if they're able to do quite a bit. Heavy Storm. My taxes! Poof. That summons Rage Rose. Or Rage Rose. Bleh, I can't speak. The alliteration is killing me. Take some damage out of that. We do have some heavy monster, but more fucking Millennium! What the fuck? Why is there just more Millennium? It's just Millennium everywhere! Teach me how to build a Super Saiyan God Ultra Mega deck. I think you're playing the wrong TCG there, fella. Snake Eyes Doomed Dragon. Oh, you're going to be very sad in a moment. Oh boy. Anyway, hi Thomas, you're a first-time chatter. How are you doing? Alright, there goes Sengenjin. They probably have Ankh in hand, right? Yeah, they have to have Ankh in hand. I won't die this turn, but man, am I going to be taking some damage. Honestly, the bigger problem here is when they get the trap on board. Back row protection is going to be a bit iffy for us. Or back row, back row protection, yeah. There goes Heart of Gaia. DBZ is in Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, theoretically, technically, on one card, if we squint, or not really squint, but if we, pay it no mind, nobody counts that card. There goes the Ankh. There goes the shield. Battle. Yeah, I'm taking some damage, but I'm living. Ow. What is with all the Millennium? Why do I keep running it? That's like the 8th Millennium player I've run into. What the fuck is going on today? Jesus Christ, we're literally 2 gems away from being able to do a pack pull. Alright, fine, we'll do one more. We need what? One more win? Yeah, one more win. Alrighty. Alright, we got the coin flip on that. Alrighty, we open Allure Queen, Black Rose Garden, Basil Rose Shoots, Ghost Bell, Lightning Storm. They're hitting Fuvalos immediately. Not ideal, but obviously something we can play through given the previous duel, so let them rock with it. We'll hit Black Rose. And I think we want Rocks Rose first. Yeah, we want Rocks Rose. We have Basil Rose at hand, so you're like. Go into Circle of the Fairies, scramble the fairies, scramble them now. There's one. Vengeful Witches. I kind of want to keep everything except the Lightning Storm, so we'll go to that. Special summon Twilight Knight. Will Knight bring back the Witch? No, they're gonna hit Perulia. Alrighty. So we just don't do anything from hand, which basically means I don't get to use Chaos Allure Queen, which I can live with. That's fine. Change her to 6. Bring out Rage. Rage proc. We'll send, as usual, Bramble, and we'll send Ramarin. Honestly, going into Chaos has been like the winning strategy for most of my duels here, so it's kind of not surprising that I keep doing it. I think I'm just literally gonna keep doing it. Like, it's working. It's working. It is, in fact, working, you know? There's Glow Up Bulb. We'll get rid of Bramble Rose, bring out Ramarin. Wham. Big Chaos, let's go. I swear, if this is another Millennium player, I'm just like gonna piss myself. Like, come on, there cannot be more. And then we just bring Rocks Rose back. Just have another body on board. Just hanging around. Alright, they got 8 in hand. If we get Lava Golems like we did that one round, this would also suck. Mecha Phantom Beasts. Tetherwolf. I don't think I've seen that. Black Rose support was done so well. I agree. I love this deck. This is really my first time using it. I've enjoyed it the entire time. Hello, Ash Upstart. You're a first-time chatter. How are you doing? RB. All right, that's what we're going up against. I think we're fine. I think we're good into this. I think them being plants kind of messes with their strategy quite a bit, actually. Yeah, I think they might literally just be stuck. special summon an RB. All right, so non-conditional. The Revel bots are coming out. Out comes Blues. Adding an RB to hand. I'm gonna let him. I'm not familiar enough with RB yet. I'm not sure where to stop him. Nothing that I've read so far has seemed scary enough for me to want to stop it, though, based on what I've run across. RBLT. Controller attack. Listen, I can't speak too much, alright? My name is also RB. Listen, some people are adopted by the RB. I was born in it. No joke, I think them being plants is really fucking with what they're able to do right now. I literally think they're stuck and they can't do anything because they need machines. Alright, we take those three into Shepherd Crook. Alrighty. We can set an RB trap. I'd rather you not, actually. No thank you. Because, yeah, back row, unless we have Baron out, is actually dangerous for us. Banish Stage Landing. What did that do? If it would be destroyed, you could banish Stage Landing instead. Okay. You would think I would use RB because my name is RB, but I, in fact, don't really care for machine decks, so no, I will not. There goes Vulcan Rocket. Target cards I control and destroy them. Well, he's gonna get rid of the garden. That's the only thing he can get rid of, but he can get rid of it. You'd have to get rid of the garden, right? There's no way you're getting... Okay, no, why would you do that, though? Okay, he is getting rid of the garden. Alright. My plants! It's fine. Black Rose Garden proc. They can special summon an RB now. The Witch comes out. But they Ghost Bell the Witch. Alright, so she stays in there, but it's not the end of the world. We still have immense protection on our board still, because of Chaos. Chaos is the fucking GOAT. We'll live. Turn it up. Get down. Ba, 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 no, no. Listen, this beat's running into like the 9th Millennium player today. I don't know why I've seen so many fucking Millennium players, but I'm concerned. Alright, there's the Driller. They took some damage. Triple Tactics Talents. Ooh, if they take Chaos and then, yeah, link them away, that would actually be very good. They would have to take Chaos, though. Yeah. Alright. See, good to know. They're not potatoes. Going into attack position. So they're probably going to use it to wipe my board. Makes sense. And then link them away. No operation testing for you. Ooh. They have a response. Alright, that is continuous, so I still need to be concerned. Yeah, the smart option here would be to definitely just, like, punch Crystal Wing now that he doesn't have battle protection because Chaos is on their field. Do as much damage to me as possible, and then link away Chaos. That would do it. That would be the way to get around this. I tend not to leave Crystal, as weird as it seems, I tend not to leave Crystal in attack position because of Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm has popped up more than its fair share this event, so. And yep, there he goes. Link him away. The Camellia. Alright, Camellia, face down. Shepherd, what does he do? Target some RBs, special summon them. We got a face down. Oh, no, we're linking away. Into Vulcan Booster. Adding an RB spell. Funk Dock. They can only use one effective Funk Dock per turn. There's Cutter, something was special, so now we can special summon another RB. Rocket's on back. Are we going to another copy of Blues? No, we're stopping there. Alright, so we got a face down. They've got a spell negate. I've got another Chaos Queen, which is not a good draw. Not a good draw at all. But it is a monster on board, so we'll use it. Man, these guys not being Kashtiras really hurts. Boy, do I wish they were Kashtiras. Let's use an effect. What do we want? I don't think it really matters. It would just get it out of the grave, per se. Kashtira, Lord Queen. No, so... for this event, in the main version of this deck that I normally use, I have it so that the couple of Kashtiras are in here, because they're free 7s. So that gives you access to Baron early, which is helpful for a lot of combos. Or any other 10s that you might want to access, which is very nice. However, I cannot use the Kashtiras in this event, so what I've decided to do instead was put in a Lord Queen as the representative swappable 7 for 10 access. Which, you know, is fine because it's a 7, but it's not fine because it's not a Kashtira. You know, like a Unicorn or would have been like way better. Level 7 spam like that Thunder guy. That would be like really dangerous. I would be like so minus in life points if doing that. Yeah. They now have their counter trap active. They're replacing the Funk Dock, reusing its effects. I'm probably cooked this turn. Good shit though. Like they played around the plant morph well. Yeah, neat. Live on the edge, Dynamorphia enthusiast. No! I don't trust those guys for a second. Dynamorphia might, like, actually be the deck I have, like, the worst win-loss ratio against. Like, I feel like I've won, out of 100 games, maybe 5. Like, every deck I play just, like, hard loses to fucking Dynamorphia. Like, every time. It's awful. I hate Dynamorphia. Five more than me, it'd be like that. Like, literally every other fucking, like, deck matchup I've possibly had, I have a better time against than I have had against Dynamorphia. I just very, very, very infrequently fucking win against that deck. The decks I play just don't play into it well. Fuck Rexstrom. Kendragina, a baddie though. I agree. You know, she's no Dragon Maid Shio, but you know. If it's got scales, I will impale. Never heard that before. I'm not surprised. Oh yeah, really quick. Here's like the main version of the deck. Yeah, here's the main version of the deck. As I mentioned, I have the cash tiaras here because they're really good. They're nice hand trap bait, which is very nice. They're convenient levels that line up with the rest of your tuners for going into 10s, and of course, they're strong cards individually, so, you know, they make a nice, solid addition to the end board if you can't utilize them for synchros, but if you can, then it's still, and then, you know, it helps you climb, and it gets you into your place, so it's really good. Actually, I think I'm going to take out, like, one of those, and then, like, one of something else, and probably put in, I think I might just take out, I'm putting in Red Reboot, because Red Reboot has been doing a lot of saving for me as of late. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I gotta figure out some way to try and use these with, Centurion, which is gonna be funky, because their levels don't fucking, their levels don't match up the way I want them to, but I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I must. Yeah, Snake Eye format, playing Kashira would have been extremely handy for that. I was not fortunate enough to do that. I had to thug it out. Although I kind of miss TG Snake Eyes. TG Snake Eyes was fun. Hell, actually, matter of fact, let me go back. And let me edit this version. No joke, I think I just actually want to have... just take out the Allure dances. I think I just want, like, one less Queen... and then, like, take out the dances. I think I just want a lower number here. Yeah, because they're nice, but they're not, like, necessary, so I don't need multiple copies of them. Snake Eyes with cash package is cracked, yeah. It's kind of funny that Snake Eyes is almost essentially at full power, and they're, like, you know, regular. Crazy back in 2024, yeah. I still have, like, duels from that date, so... yeah, if you want to fucking time machine, do that. Alright, we have Black Rose Garden. Hold on, wait. We might be cooking here. Snake Eyes Magistus. That sounds neat, actually. We want Rox Rose. Oh, do we need Rox? No, we probably didn't need Rox Rose. We already had, I got some funny replays. I would imagine. What do we want? We'll add Basil, actually, yeah. Yeah. We can just send Cyclos, special summon Twilight. Twilight brings back the Witch. Boom. Let's see. Bam. Send Bramble. Send Ramarin. Do we need the Chaos? Probably not. We'll discard Chaos. We'll proc Ramarin. Let's send Garden Rose Maiden, because we're going to use Circular here in order to add Blow-Up Bulb to hand. Normal summon Glow-Up Bulb. Bring out Crystal. And I think we synchro climb here. Bring out Romarin. Use that to go into Crimson. Target Chaos. We'll go into Dispater with that. Brings out Synchro Rumble. We can Rumble Crystal back. We can Garden Rose Maiden. Bring back Rocks. And we can Bulb. Bam. And then we set that, and then we wait. I done screwed up. I always like mess up like at the tail end here. My brain isn't braining for the combo. But it's fine, we're living. MST! Probably to get rid of the garden. No, getting rid of the rose. Something like this, but not running the same engines. Neat. Hello, Starter God, you're a new talker. How you doing? This would let us bring out the Tax Dragon. Oh no, it's not letting us bring out Tax. Oh no, because it's not. Yeah, it's not Black Rose Dragon. It mentions Black Rose Dragon, but it is not Black Rose Dragon. That's fine. So in that case, we will in fact use Rose Witch and just summon her. This is technically my first time playing this deck, so you know what? We're thugging it out. Let's go. Crosea. Alrighty. No! Here's what we'll do. We'll send Bramble back. Forbidden Chalice. Damn. Oh, Dispater, you get to live for a bit, but let's go. Why not use Zolkin to summon out Crystal Wing? I didn't even think about doing that. That's a good idea. I don't think I have Ultimaya Zolkin. Not a monster I usually use. What are the chances they have other stuff? Crosea first is like not common. I think stopping it is a good idea. They have Varorun. Use Zolkin and Crimson. Alright. So she's gone. Varorun's on the board. But she won't be able to bounce our Synchros, so we're still fine. There's Magala. There's Eldam. Out comes Swen. I'm not too concerned here. Damage is not Radiant Typhoon's strong suit, and even if it was, they would have to do a lot of weird negation in order to crack away. Them getting rid of Black Rose Garden will be unfortunate, but them being plants doesn't really affect them too bad. They're mostly just going to take burn damage for this, honestly. They activate an MST, of course, but that's as far as that goes. They're bringing out Phonics. Wham. Take some burn. Yeah, now what? They don't have any quick plays, so they can't set the trap. They can't destroy my monsters. I guess they could, like, White Woman jump scare, like, Chaos Angel away? Like, what else would they do here? And that would let them do something. Alright, there's Little Varudun. Okay, that's how they add the MST. I forget that it even does that, which is weird, because I played this deck. Alright, so they have an MST. They can get access to the trap, but they're missing quick plays. They're going to place Little Varudun and try and place something else in the back row. Huh. Wait, why does that work? What the fuck? It should be protected by Chaos Angel. What the hell? I guess theoretically it's making the player place it in the back row? That's weird. Wait, why the fuck did that work? Is that the same way? I guess so. That's weird. Or am I just, like, misremembering how the fuck I made Chaos? I'm pretty sure I made Chaos the way I usually make Chaos. What the fuck? I feel like I'm having a brain fart right now. You thought wrong, I guess. They surrendered anyway, because, yeah, they were about to get punched really hard, but, like, wait, I'm confused. I feel like I literally need to relook at that now. Hold on. We got our jet. I feel like I literally need to relook at that duel. Hold on. Like, wait. Like, am I just, like, spacing out? I feel like I made Chaos the way I normally make Chaos. See, this was our hand. We rose, we grabbed Rock's Rose, proc, we grabbed Basil Shoe, we witched, went into circle, witch sent circular, got Knight, lowered her, made rage, circular is back, send Ramarin. I did not. I made him with circular. I did not make him with Ramarin like I usually did. Look at that. See? I did, in fact, forget. Thanks, replay! Oh, well. I love fucking up and still winning. Alright, let's do another pack pull and see if the game is going to be nice and give me more Cool Toon stuff. Because last time, I only got one of the extra URs that I needed for this. Okay, 2 more is something. Oh, we also have a ton of, Legacy pack tickets. I always like doing the hundreds for this. Whoosh! What do we get? A bunch of silly stuff. I like Remove Brainwashing. Its art is funny. Alright, you know what? Not bad duels today. Also, we're getting a lot of work in with the Rose Dragon list, so that's great. There you go. And then, let's head on over to the Cool Tunes. Alright, how many are we missing? Alright, not bad. Listen, brain is braining. I can't count. Oh. Yeah. Alright, so let's dismantle the extras. And dismantle. Order obtained. SRs and URs. Yeah, I don't particularly care for RB. Do I really need 3 copies of Bramble Rose? Like, at most, you would play 2, right? Like, what in what scenario would you use 3? And yeah, I think we're good. Huh. What scenario would you use 3? Hold on. Curious. Let's see. No, used it too in virtually everywhere. Yeah, no, doesn't seem like you need 3. Oh yeah, hold on. Ah! Oh wait, this is still the dismantle page. Hold on. Bam. Yay. Zolkin, you are, let's see, send 2 level 5 or higher with the same level to the grave, a tuner and a non-tuner, so it's effectively the synchro summon if you use it, yeah. Spell Trapper field, or Spell Trap is set, special summon power tool, or level 8 or 10, or 8 or 7 synchro from extra deck. If you control another synchro monster, you cannot target with attack, cannot target with effects. I'm trying to think, what else would you play this in? Because, yeah, I tend not to play this card too often, or decks that utilize it often either. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Oh well. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying the Rose Dragon deck so far. It has been very fun. But that will be enough for now. Geez, it's been 2 hours and some change. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you come around for next time. Next time being Sunday. I think I might have an idea of what I'm going to do Sunday, but as usual, I don't really know usually until I get to stream that day. Thank you. Later. I am going to lay down now. It is hot. Whee!